What's up, everybody? I hope y'all are doing well today. I know it's been a minute since y'all seen me, but I did want to talk about something real quick, right? So I've been seeing a lot of videos talking about the job market, people losing their jobs, and even some people just not being able to find jobs months at a time. So I'm just gonna tell you my story and exactly what I did, and maybe this could help you just depending on your situation. Some people may have already tried this, some may have not, some may already be aware of this knowledge and some may not, but hopefully you can find this helpful. So the end of last month, I ended up losing my full-time job. That was my main source of income, and I just want to tell you exactly what I did, right? So I ended up losing my job, and as soon as I seen the text message or whatever, saying that I lost my job, not gonna get into the specific details, but as soon as I seen the text message, I was like, well, I had to find something right away, As you know, I got bills to pay, so I had to find something right away. So the thing is, if you want to find a job as quick as possible, this is what I have always done. For the most part of my adult career, when I was just trying to find something right away, right off the bat, I went straight to applying to staffing companies. And I usually go to staffing companies because they can get you in the door right away. They usually need people right away. I have applied to other places as far as like restaurants and stuff like that. I have worked in restaurants before. I have experience with a lot of things. But even faster than the restaurants, I was able to get into a staffing company. I seen this young lady, she was talking about how, she would apply to different fast food restaurant jobs and things like that, and she would schedule interviews and everything online, and she would get there and the hiring manager not be there. That's the same thing I went through with the restaurants. A lot of them were flaky. I did get interviewed, even if the hiring manager wasn't there. But just, after the interview and everything, once a job usually tells me, okay, well, we're interviewing other people, I'll get back to you. That lets me know they don't urgently need people, right? And when you got bills to pay and you're trying to find a job right away, you're trying to look for something that you go to the interview, they ask for your information, and then they be like, all right, you start on this day. That's what it means when the job is urgently hiring, right? So at staffing companies, you're going to find jobs like this. So I started applying to different staffing companies, and then I say about a week later, right? A week later or so, I say it took me about a week to find a job. I still had another paycheck coming in from my previous job, but it took me about a week to find another job, and I eventually found one. It was the staffing company here in my area. They was hiring people right away. It was at a warehouse. I was able to get that job. Now, of course, I don't like that type of work, but even if you don't like that type of work, it's something you can work temporarily to get you a few paychecks to keep the hanks off of you, right? And that's what I did. I worked there for a while, and then that same staffing company, they gave me a even better offer for a job that was a little bit better and paid a little bit more. I went and worked there for about a week until I got the job that I really wanted, and I wanted to get back into security, But the job I was working it was another warehouse, but it was a little bit closer, paid a little bit more, and then I say about by the end of that week, right? So this is within a week span. So I'm working one job. I worked there for a couple of days, get another offer to go to the other job, start working there, and then by the end of that week, that Friday, I get a call from the supervisor for the security company that I applied for. Well, first I did like an over phone interview for 5 minutes. So I got a call to do an over phone interview for 5 minutes. Did the interview, told them about my experience and everything. And then after that, that Monday after I finished working the warehouse job, I got a call from the supervisor say, hey, we got this post open right now. When will you be able to start? And I was like, I'm able to start, as soon as possible. And then he was like, okay, we can get you in for orientation. We can have you start before the end of the week, and so on. And the process with the security thing went so fast is because I was already licensed in security. So it didn't take that long. All I had to do was get the license turned over. And I had to get the license turned over. I had to do orientation. And then I was able to start work. That was pretty much all to it. And yeah, now I'm working another security job. It actually pays more. I get more overtime. So maybe that was just a blessing in disguise. But I be seeing a lot of people, talk about how they can't find any jobs. And to a certain aspect, I know the job market is trash out here. Trust me. I know it's not a lot of livable jobs, but at the same time, if you have bills to pay and you in a dire situation you got to do what's best for you. The bills ain't gonna wait for you. They're not gonna wait till you find a job you really want. So if you got to go out there and work a job that you don't like, even if it's for a little while, just to keep the hanks off of you, do what you got to do. It's no shame in it. It's no shame in it. Until you find something that you really want to do. Even security is not the end all be all for me, but it's just like a stepping stone. It's one of those jobs that pay a decent amount. You're not breaking your body down, and it's better than a lot of stuff out here. I will say that. So I see a lot of people saying that they can't find jobs. If you have transportation, and no felonies, try security, especially if you live in a major city. If you live more in a rural area, it's kind of iffy, but try security, and then hit up those staffing companies as well. So if you need something right away, especially the staffing companies, they can usually have you working within the next day or the next week. They can have you working real fast if you need a paycheck right away. So I just want to put that out there. I'm going to be posting on here more often again. So yeah, if you live in a major city and you have reliable transportations, situations may vary. You may be disabled or certain things may be going on, but if you're able-bodied, you got transportation, and you can get from point A to point B, and you stay in a major city, the first thing I would do to get a job if I need something drastically real fast is hit up the staffing companies, right? It don't have to be a job that you love. It don't have to be, you don't have to make this a career of your choice, but it can put money in your pocket. So why not do that if you can? Even if you don't like the work, it's better than not having no money. So that's all I had to say for today. I hope y'all staying blessed out there.